I originally hired the team, kind of put the team together, and then kind of assemble everyone, lay the show down and try to work out how to put it into a format. Speak with Alex, who comes up with most of it, and kind of work out what's doable, what isn't, what's affordable, what isn't, what'll work on camera, what won't, how to make it look good.
It is unscripted, so even though we know the sort of, we know the task and we know sort of generally where it's going to head, maybe, the crew will follow the comedian, like whatever they decide to do and complete their task. And each person's sort of execution of the task will be a different story. And then it's kind of up to me to tell the story. I'm not necessarily cutting it to make it more funny, but I just need to tell the narrative, which is ultimately funny.
Yeah, I'd say luckily it's a sort of show where you're not scrabbling around for material, because we show things that have happened which are funny and then you're reacting to it. So it's less of a marathon than it might be.
There's always another task coming in, you know that. But you do come out feeling quite punch drunk.
Yeah, this is day 4 of 5.
Yeah.
So we are at the end of our energy levels. It's still a combination of there's people asking to do it and there's people we're asking to do it. There's still a couple that we would love to do it who haven't yet.
I think the message has got out there that people aren't willfully humiliated on Taskmaster. I think that was a concern at first, that people thought they were going to be made fools of.
Yeah, persuading the first cast, Frank Skinner, to do an unknown show where you can't see a script and there is no script. You just got to trust us. That was a big step. Him agreeing to do it was a big moment.
I think the message has got out there that we're just that it's a gang show.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
It's a gang show where funny people can be funny.
Yeah.
And they don't get told what to do.
This is probably the busiest part of my day. This is making sure that everybody following rehearsal starts to get ready in their clothes, just negotiate with makeup when they're free to have the next person in, negotiate with sound and make sure that they're all getting mic'd up so that we hit the record time, which today is 4:30. So with any luck, within 10 minutes we'll be good and ready to go.
This is Tim Vine here backstage at Taskmaster, having a really great time. We were just discussing the fact that I'm a bit behind on my washing, so I'm wearing flight socks today. And is it all right? Is it sort of dangerous for one's health to wear flight socks at this altitude, normal height?
Well, I'm Gus Wookey. I'm construction manager for Sex Education. Basically, we've built all the sets. Typical day is liaise with the production designer, Sam, see what drawings they've got for us, and then work out what we've got to build.
So I'm Sam Harley, I'm their production designer, and myself and my department look after kind of all facets of the show. Visually that you see on screen that isn't an actor, like what they're wearing or their hair and makeup. So we look after the sets, any kind of special effects, cars, animals, everything down up from like the big sets that we build to the kind of wallet that Jean would carry.
So I'm one of the crowd costume supervisors, so I look after probably between 50 and 100 essays on set every day. We style them for each story day. You need huge volumes of people to style in the morning, so it's high energy first thing, then high energy looking after them, maintaining the costumes on set every day. And as you can imagine, there's a lot of maintenance as well, because there's 4 to 5 garments per individual essay, and we deal between 50 and 100, so a lot of maintenance.
So my name's Mike, I'm a crowd assistant director. My job is to cast and book all the featured extras and the supporting artists that you see on screen. And basically every time you see corridor scenes or any extras, our job is to get them through costume and makeup in the morning, give them a little briefing in the morning on what kind of performances they're going to do, either hype them up or get them into the kind of frame of mind they needed to perform, and then put them in front of the camera. So this is what we do in the job. We can go stuff like this. Okay guys, I'm just going to ask for some performances now, so everyone pay attention. Here we go. So we go to stuff like this. Cheer, very happy. Everyone boo, like really annoyed. Everyone be like, Mike's amazing! Mike's amazing! So you can basically get them to do whatever you want, within reason.
We are a contemporary show set in the UK, but we're heavily influenced by John Hughes, the 1980s, the 90s films.
Well, it's been described as a love letter to John Hughes, which I think is a really, really perfect explanation of this series. It's very stylised, it's very funny, but also very poignant. There's some real heartbreaking moments in it as well.
Hi, my name's Will Hughes-Jones and I'm the production designer on Bridgerton. My role in this process is that I and my team create the world that the actors inhabit. So anything that involves background worlds is our remit. We've built basically everything in front of you here. This is the Featherington hallway, entrance hall, and everything in here, the tables, the rugs, all the plasterwork has been made specifically for this job. What I love about this set is the fact that I've had the opportunity to build a cantilever staircase, which is a rare thing these days.
The idea of being home and shooting in London and shooting with wonderful English actors and making a wonderfully British story was a thrill. Through the preparation, you know, and the read-throughs and the rehearsals with the director and the horse riding lessons and the sword fighting, when you get to that first day of the shoot, you feel like you're ready. You feel like you're a bit closer to the character than you would have been if you hadn't gone through all of that.
Shoulder, arms. My name is Paul BIDDISS. I'm the Technical Military Advisor for Vanity Fair. I've worked on such productions as War and Peace, Jason Bourne 5, Transformers 5, Kingsman 2, Death of Stalin, Justice League. I've always said that being a military advisor is 60% research and 40% your experiences as a soldier, which you incorporate into the two. And then you have to do all your research from the battle, what dress was worn at the time. The uniforms changed constantly, especially around the Napoleonic era, and there was lots of different regiments that had different colours to their uniform. So it wasn't just a red tunic, there was different colour braiding. So you have to work with costume, the art department, and liaise with all those different departments to make sure that it all runs seamlessly when the cameras start rolling.
I find doing period very, it's an instant world that you can get lost into, you can feel different. It sort of does a lot of work for you in terms of the imagination that you need to do as a character, so you can concentrate more on your part in your story, and a lot of the world is created for you.
I'm Vickie Lang, I'm the hair and makeup designer on Vanity Fair. I set up designing Vanity Fair back in July, and so far we have been on it for 19 weeks, so this is the penultimate day on a 19-week shoot. And so far I think we have established and created 70 odd characters so far.
We have everything from soldiers to ball guests to amputees to children, so it's a big task, especially on a period drama.
We are in our production office. This is our mobile trailer. We're like a travelling circus, really. We have everything with us, go where the filming is, and just set up shop each day.
I would sort of start way beyond before we start filming, and literally it's a case of working out with all the different creative teams, so camera and design and everyone, essentially how is the best plan for taking that script and then achieving it. So we'll spend 10 or 12 weeks before any filming starts working out all our plans of, for example on this there was a few locations that actually, could we find them as locations to go and film in, or did we need to build them in a studio? So basically it's all those nuts and bolts, and we spend weeks pulling that together, planning it and working out creatively how it's going to work best, but also financially what we can achieve for the show and how best to service it really.
So I'll be liaising with our costume team, makeup team, design team, cameras, just about any additional kit they ever need, any additional crew they need, what they require day to day, and the management of those really.
You definitely have to have an eye for detail, because the smallest things can catch you out and then cause issues on the filming day. Yesterday, for example, the big question was, will we have a wheelie bin for scene 2? And that was like one of the pivotal bits we had to nail, because we're travelling around and it's on a street, not our location. It's very boring logistics about getting the wheelie bin there, but everyone wanted to be assured it's going to be there.
We've been going for 14, 15 weeks now, so we're ready for the end.